First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Still I sketched the blueprint and I'm out the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dad stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The two doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop her down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid. Pueblo Bishop blood, baby, I'm from 52nd Street. Me and the homies outside, nah, we don't never sleep. It get cold in these streets. Back with some more on the block news, man. I'm finna hit y'all with another reaction. Before I do, make sure y'all hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. Listen, the homie J Killer, you feel me? If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all can see I be politicking, I be growing up. Basically, I admitted my wrongs to Bo, and I let him know it's much love and much respect, you feel me? But shout out to S. Wiggins, because I had reached out to him, you know, to get this interview done with the homie J Killer, you feel me? Because I had seen the interview with that nigga Bone from 30 Rules, where he was like, you know, the Pueblos and the villains officially squashed their beef, you feel me? I felt the need to take initiative to get this interview set up because Pueblo breaks silence with truce with Bloodstone villains, Swans, Bounty Hunter, Watch Blood. It ain't always about the spotlight. Nigga be trying to play all positions, get shit set up in the back, you know, behind the scenes too. But it's Pueblo Bishops officially squashed their beef with Bloodstone villains. You feel what I'm saying? I like the title, I like the message, but I'm like, you know, I want to hear what the homies got to say about this. I want to see more positive content with the homies speaking on it, because anybody can say this hood cool with this hood. You gotta go to the source. You gotta put your feet in the soil type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, with me being a younger homie as opposed to J Killer, you know, with him being out in the field or off the porch longer than me, I feel like, you know, I play my position with putting this together, and I ain't, you know, it ain't really my place to speak on the, you know, certain details. Shout out to VSOP, the Swans, the 30 Rules, the Outlaws, you feel me, for even putting that positive message out there. But it been like 10, 12 years that this shit was, you know, in the works and talks of, you feel me, which started as a ceasefire and whatever. When I came to realize that this shit was like in the works was when I was extra at the time. I had to be like 18, 19, 17 or something like that. You feel me? And I seen a nigga I know from 20s, you know, walking on, I think it was by that store or close to that store on 49th in Compton. You feel me? I had seen him, you know, and I jumped out the car on some gangbang shit. I chunked up the hood, like, boom, boom, stopped the car in the middle of the street. I think I told this story many times before. And my nigga from 20s, I don't know his hood name because I know a lot of niggas' real names. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm really from the east side, really from the low bottoms. You feel me? Especially my nigga from 20s. His family be at they from the hood. You feel me? He got family over there. So you would catch them at Slauson Park all the time. But so I seen him, you know, I was giving it up on some gangbang shit, whatever, and then I ended up jumping out the car because I assume, all right, he from 20s, so every nigga walking with him from 20s, and I kid you not, I banged the hood or whatever, I let niggas know where I was from, you know, and I reached my hand out to shake every nigga's hand. Every nigga there besides him said Bloodstone villain, Bloodstone villain. Every nigga right there said Bloodstone villain, you feel me? Them three other niggas all said Bloodstone villain. And, you know, I end up going to the hood, like, telling my home, like, I told D Capone, I'm like, hey, this is what happened. I'm like, so that shit really real, huh? Because, man, it was three of them niggas. They wasn't even on that with me. I wasn't on that with them either. Like, I ain't know they was for no motherfucking villain. I wasn't on that with them either. But I'm like, man, like, nothing happened to me. He like, damn, like, he like, but that's gangsters a motherfucker, nigga. You hopped out like that, nigga. Oh, my mama, now, I had end up just recently hitting up my nigga from 20s. I'm like, hey, you remember that shit? Because that shit was like 10, that shit was like 14 years ago, fool. Like 14, 15 years ago. And I hit up my nigga from 20s. I'm like, hey, you remember that shit, fool? He like, yeah, you remember that shit. I'm like, hey, who's the niggas you was with though? He said, I think one of them was his homie from 20s. You feel me? And then he was like, one of them, Infant Creep and Baby Creep for Bloodstone Villain. So I'm like, okay, Infant Creep, you follow me. You feel what I'm saying? We follow each other. I said, okay, I follow Infant Creep. And I end up hitting up Infant Creep from Bloodstone Villain. You feel what I'm saying? And asked him, do you remember that? And yeah, he said, I know exactly who you is. So I'm like, I felt good about the story because, my memory ain't fucked up or nothing like that. Like, and I ain't capping. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling the truth. And the villains can vouch for me, and the 20s can vouch for me. So that felt good. And when I hit him up, I said, remember, I ain't say I banged on you. I said, remember I introduced myself to you? You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm coming with respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no disrespect to the Bloodstone Villains. I actually just did a song with a nigga from Villain 2. You feel me? Glizzy Most Hated. We got a song together called Low Bottoms, and we gave it up for the whole Low Bottoms. And that's another positive step and positive content out there towards, strengthening this relationship with the Bloodstone Villains. But I ain't gonna talk too much. Oh yeah, free Infant Creep too, you feel me? Because bro told me he been down for 10. So I'm like, damn, that shit happened that long ago. And I was a teenager. Um, I was just mobile at the time. You feel what I'm saying? And I had two other people in the car with me. You feel me? One of them not here no more. You feel what I'm saying? So that person can't vouch for the story. And the other nigga that was in the car with me, I ain't seen him in years. I don't know if he remembered, but I ain't even asked him. But anyway, we finna get this shit going. I know I've been talking like a motherfucker. And this is Jay Killer, because I see S. Wiggins TV. He gave it up for the Pueblos, but he didn't give it up for the homie. That's the homie Jay Killer. Jay Killer been doing this shit. He been rapping. You feel me? My first video I was ever in was his video called South Central, and it's still on YouTube to this day. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't rapping or nothing. I'm at the park every day type shit. Had my shirt off. They like, hey, come check it out. Come get in this video shoot. And that's how I went. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to my nigga Jay Killer. Much respect. We finna get it going.
We understand the love that we got for each other, between us, Pueblos and Villains. You know what I'm saying? If I could be cool with a Crip that I built a relationship with, and he a cool motherfucker, then I can extend my hand to my brother. You know what I'm saying? I can extend my hand to my fellow brother and my tribe that's under the umbrella that I'm in. I'm up under. True facts is this. The whole blood community just didn't like the situation that occurred with us in the village.
Welcome and welcome back to S. Wiggins TV. It's your host with the most, Worldwide Wiggins. And I'm back with some dope content for y'all, man. I know y'all heard about the peace treaty within the Damu community, man. We had to take it to the east side, you feel me? And it's going down in a major way, man. We making history, man. It's history in the making. So I got a special guest. We live from the Pueblo projects. Give it up for Jay Killer. What's the deal, bro?
What's rocking with it, homie?
Oh man, can't complain, man. I know you don't usually do this, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you pulling up for this one, man.
Man, all the time, homie. When it's some real shit, I'ma step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna make sure everything is on a legit, basis, positive. You know what I'm saying? Positive narrative. You know what I mean? Pushing the agenda of what we pushing as far as unity.
And as far as this, pushing peace shit. Jay Killer is instrumental in pushing the peace. On my mama, he one of the most instrumental niggas pushing this peace shit in the Pueblos. You feel me? Within the Pueblos, you feel me? Keeping internal conflict down, all that shit, and outside the Pueblos, molding or help rebuild relationships with the Bloodstone Villains and all the other Bloods on the east side, or the Bloods, period. You feel me? My sister told me, like, at any time it's some blood shit going on, you know, J Killer the one pushing, like, let's go, like, you know. So shout out to the homie, you feel me? Like, he really does that.
You know what I mean? Within our brotherhood, you know?
Facts. Well, you know what? Word on the street, man, you guys piece it up with the Bloodstone Villains, man. How accurate is that?
Well, you know, that's something they always been our brothers, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, enough was enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, why continue on something that's destruction? You know what I'm saying? When we can focus on positivity and rebuilding our community. And not only that, you know what I'm saying? We done already went through the phases of drama, you know, casualties, you know what I'm saying? Losses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So why bend that and carry that on to the younger generation and cause them to have the same results that we had? You know what I'm saying? It's not a win. It's a no-win situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, being mature and looking at things from a broader, you know, aspect and dealing with reality, it's like, you know, we helping the white folks, you know what I'm saying, you know, with their narrative or what they want us to do out here in these streets and, you know, treat each other like animals and destroy each other and then lock us up in cages and places up underground. You know what I'm saying? It's all a scheme for their benefit. We not benefiting off of that. You know what I'm saying? So my agenda is, at the end of the day, they're a part of the tribe that I've been representing my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I'm up under an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? In the umbrella, I'm up under, you know, they're my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just like all of the rest of the Damus. You know what I'm saying? And not just in California, but in the world.
And it's what y'all gotta understand about the Bloodstone Villas and the Pueblos. Like, every day one Pueblo, every nigga from Pueblos is day one. You feel what I'm saying? J Killer being one of them, me being one of them, and a whole lot of homies over there. We got family from Villain. I got family from Villain. You feel what I'm saying? I got people from Villain. My uncle got his whole motherfucking family on his daddy's side. Nigga is the Villain side. You feel what I'm saying? We right across the street, like Compton Avenue. If you roll down, starting from 50th, and you go down Compton Avenue to Slauson, the Villains on this side, the Pueblos on this side. You feel me? But it's kind of weird because Damu's Market, you know, on 53rd and Compton, it's on their side of the street, you know, but when we at Slauson Park or whatever, that's our store. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, we got to cross the street and go over there. It's family ties between Bloodstone Villains and the Pueblos. So I guess once the beef started, it created separation. That's why a lot of young Pueblos, we don't know a lot of niggas from Villain. You feel me? I know niggas from Villain that I had encounters with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, positive encounters with, right? Because that's the only type of encounters personally I've had with them, right? So it's always been like, you know, damn, like, we beefing, but niggas don't really want to beef. But at the same time, niggas gang bang. You feel what I'm saying? So J Killer got family from over there. I got family from over there. My sister got family from over there on her mama's side. You feel what I'm saying? That shit crazy. And then a lot of homies from the hood, they daddies, they parents from over there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of nigga, like, I know a nigga that, you know, he banged 20s, I believe. But his mama from Villain and his daddy from the hood. You feel me? So that's kind of like, how the fuck we gonna beef and we got kids together? Like, how the fuck we gonna beef and you my nephew, you my cousin? How the fuck is we beefing? So it make it tricky. It make it like, yeah, we beef with them, but I ain't trying to kill. I'm not trying to pop at my family. Nigga, we don't need to be beefing at all type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, the reason I wanted to push more positive content out behind this Pueblo Villain beef ending it, you know, because it been years since any villain did anything to a Pueblo or a Pueblo did anything to a villain. But when you go on this YouTube shit, all you see is stories and negative content out on the beef. Like, we know about that already. We know about the negative, but what about how it ain't been no real beef between the hood in like 10, 15 years? Ain't nobody really did nothing to nobody, homie, on both sides. Like, niggas ain't beefing. Like, it been a ceasefire, my nigga. It been like low crime rate between the two. Like, niggas ain't actively going over there trying to do something to them and vice versa. You feel me? So even the homie auntie, he from the hood. You feel me? I can say his name, Shooter. Feel me? His auntie from Villain. Nigga, I'm raised with that nigga. I'm coming to his auntie house. I'm coming to his motherfucking auntie house to get him and hang with him. My mama, nigga. I remember one time I got drunk, nigga. I had to go in his auntie bathroom and I'm shitting and I'm throwing up, nigga, on my mama. So it's like weird, like nigga ain't gonna disrespect the homie auntie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't been no real beef in years, bro. So that's why I wanted to put this interview together, you know, so it could be more positive content out there. But we gonna keep this shit going.
You know what I'm saying? You know, them are brothers. We have to start treating each other like brothers, respecting each other like brothers, acknowledging each other like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And it gotta be well-rounded all the way around. You know, it can't be one-sided. And that's my agenda that I've been pushing, positivity, so it can follow on down the line to the youth. The YNs can understand what's the purpose, you know what I'm saying, and what's the agenda, and what's, you know, what's the belief system of what they up under, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than selfish thoughts, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a whole amazing, gigantic tribe, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's bigger than just being in LA, California, period. This shit's been spread across the states, you know, and we need to push the positive agenda with it, you know what I'm saying? Because we already done pushed the negative. You know, we know them results. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do what I need to do to make life better for my people and in my community and people in my brotherhood community, you know what I'm saying?
Now, Jay Killer, man, please, bro, if you could break it down, like how did, step by step, man, I know you can't say names or whatever, or if you can, I don't know, but how did the peace talk come into play? Like, how did it go? Can you break it down for us?
Well, you know, I can't take the full credit for it myself because it's not just about me, you know what I'm saying? But I just been a person that's been outspoken about it, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I just keep it real with my homies, you know what I'm saying? And I keep it real with, you know, other Damu sets, you know what I'm saying, and other brothers, you know, that done inquired about it. And I just express my feelings raw and uncut, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like the piece already kind of been into motion, you know what I'm saying? It's been little, you know, little minor, you know what I'm saying, little mishaps that can cause monkey wrenches to be in the game, you know, but when I got out of jail, you know what I'm saying, and with the state of mind that I had, you know, it was like, man, you know, it got to come to an end because, you know, man, we got family, we got...
When I first found out about it, like I said, it had to be like 10, 15 years ago, and it was like the OGs, the big homies, you know, that was initiating that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause to me, as you go generations higher, like above my generation, the ties get closer. You feel me? The OGs super locked in. You feel me? The YGs went to school together. They was locked in, and that's when the separation began. So down on that line, you know, we just grew up. We just grew up knowing that, okay, we don't get along with them and whatever. You feel me? So that's how it had been for a long time. So a lot of niggas, my generation and down, we really don't have personal relationships with the Bloodstone villain or even personal beef. Cause like a lot of niggas don't even know how niggas look. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm just telling you the truth. At this time growing up, I couldn't tell you how a Bloodstone villain looked like for a long time. Like because it's separation. They on this side of the country, we on this side. You know, this the borderline. Be careful when you walking down here. But it was just two sides, to a broken bond where they stayed over there and we stayed over here. You feel me? And that's how I've been for a long time. But like Jay Killer said, since he been out of jail, the relationship been getting even tighter. You feel what I'm saying? Like I follow people from Villain, they follow me. I'm in communication with them. You feel me? If they see something online, you know, little minor shit, they hit me like, you know, we seen this, boom. I'm sending a message back like, hey, we can't be doing it. Ain't no dissing. On my mama, I'm one of the niggas instrumental in this shit too. You feel me? Like especially when it comes to this internet. You feel me? Because my nigga Jay Killer, you know, he got a lot of influence, and you know, I'm not bigger than the program. You know, I'm just on this internet. I'm able to put out that message too. So if I see some shit on the internet that I disagree with, you feel me? I hit up my young niggas. I hit up the older niggas too. If the young niggas ain't listening to me, I'm gonna hit up a nigga they do listen to. Like, hey man, we ain't doing that. Like, we ain't doing that. If you ain't got the memo, nigga, we on beef, nigga. On my mama, we on beef. Ain't no nigga bigger than the program. Cause at the end of the day, You know, not everybody listen to everybody. You know, it's certain individuals that got more influence on other people. You feel me? And like I said, like if you look at the recent videos, you don't see no dissing, no beefing going on. Like even myself, when once I seen like more positive content about this villain Pueblo shit, I'm hitting up my young niggas. How you feel about this? Young niggas like, man, that shit been supposed to end it. We bull with it. You feel me? So shout out to my young niggas. Shout out to J Killer, man. Shout out to the YGs, OGs. Shout out to the BSVs, all that shit. My mama, like, we tapped in. Like I said, we got a lot of family over there, fool. That shit didn't really make sense to begin with, but look where we at now, and shit just gonna continue to get better. So this right here that I'm doing, this is even more positive content to put behind this peace movement we got going on. You feel what I'm saying? Because ain't no punks from the villains, and in the Pueblos ain't punks either. So it's just really two gangsters recognizing they gangster, and ready for this shit to be over. Period. Like
family connections. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurt. It's been a lot of hurt on both ends. You know what I'm saying? And traumatizing for people. You know what I'm saying? That have family connections over there. You know what I'm saying? They are not just no foreigners to us. You know what I'm saying? These are brothers that we grew up with, went to school with. You know what I'm saying? Slept over their house. Did all type of numerous things with. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's why I'm saying, I continue saying what I'm saying about the positive, because we done did all of the bad shit. It's time to do the positive, bring everything together, and focus really on building a better community. You know what I'm saying? Because we was a part of destroying our community at first. Now we gotta be a major part and a major role into building a better, peaceful, lucrative, more accomplishing, environment for these youngins. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to have to do no 19 to 20 years in jail to learn. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that I got, I want to give them so they can be advanced, you know what I'm saying, and take that and run and enter the end zone with it successfully, you know what I'm saying, and score some positive points. You know what I'm saying? It's not about hurting nobody. It's about, you know what I'm saying, giving somebody, good accomplishments, you know what I'm saying, gratitude, joy, you know what I'm saying, happiness, you know what I'm saying. We tired of families being hurt, mothers being hurt, brothers being hurt, you know what I'm saying, children being hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's time to come together, man, and do the right thing. It's talented guys on that end. It's talented guys on my end. It's talented guys all the way around. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, and this is this honesty. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles, Compton, Watts, we all have, it's written in history. We have Bloods and we have Crips. You know what I'm saying? And my motive was, you know what I'm saying, if I could be cool, with a Crip that I built a relationship with, and he a cool motherfucker, then I can extend my hand to my brother. You know what I'm saying? I can extend my hand to my fellow brother and my tribe that's under the umbrella that I'm up under. You know what I'm saying?
see, for a long time, for me, still to this day, I got family from Avalon. You feel me? So it ain't no smoke with me and no nigga from Avalon. Period. You feel me? And we grew up being cool with the 5J Avalons, so I know a lot of niggas from Avalon, and I got relationships with niggas from Avalon, like, to this day. You feel me? Like I said, I got people, my cousins from Avalon, so, nigga, rest in peace of my granny, she just passed. Nigga, we all been at the hospital together, you feel me? I'm running to my other peoples from Carver Park, Compton Crip, you feel me? My other relative from Hoover Street. You feel me? I'm going to speak on that story. I'll speak on that story on the next video. But yeah, my relative from Park Village, Compton Crip, was there. So with me, like, I ain't beefing with no hood I got family from. That shit weird. Like, when I'm around my peoples, like, I don't even worry about no gang shit. It's all love. Like, at the end of the day, not only are you my family, but like I said, the Pueblo has been cool with the Avalons from my understanding since the truce in '92. You feel me? So we used to be at South Park. They come to Slauson Park, and if it was ever any run-ins, any mishaps, the most we ever did was catch fades and shake hands like homies type shit. You feel me? So what J Killer saying is, if we could do that with Crips,
You feel me? That we got family ties to. Then how come we can't do that with Bloods? We got family ties too. Cause not only do we got family ties with the villains, but we all Bloods too. So that's what he's saying right now. We're gonna keep this shit going.
And that's where reality kick in at, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm teaching these youngins, you know what I'm saying, to have an open mind about that. Because that's the only right way to go, you know what I'm saying? There's no other way to go but that way. And that's right, you know what I'm saying? Which is the red flag is on the right side. We all know that, you know what I'm saying? So we pushing righteousness, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm pushing, you know what I mean?
When officially did y'all end up falling out? Like, what year was that?
Well, that was in the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? It was a big misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can say about it. It was a big misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying? And we got a good clarity and about the situation, and we understand it, and we moving forward, you know what I'm saying? It's really you know, self-explanatory, and everybody in the streets know, but at the end of the day, we focus on the new agenda, which is to overcome all of that. What happened in the past, happened in the past, you know what I'm saying? And shit happens, you know what I'm saying? But it's about what you're gonna do to correct it, you know what I'm saying? Is you gonna stay in an immature state of mind and continue the destruction, the life sentences, the deaths, the family hurt, the kids hurting? Is you gonna continue that cycle, or, you know, is you gonna rise above that cycle, you know, and be a man, you know, and use your positive state of mind to know that that's not healthy for nobody. So the agenda is to push the positive, right, and gain the outcomes of positivity. That's why I don't really do interviews, and because a lot of people they want to bend on the negativity. You know what I'm saying? And the negative, we already know.
Yeah, and I agree with Jay Killer, and I like how he answered this question. Like, you know, S. Wiggins asked him, like, when did y'all start beefing? Like, you know, basically, the streets know. The streets know, and the Pueblos and the villains know what occurred. But we're not trying to relive the pain and relive the beef or open old wounds, because we bull now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I be hollering at my nigga Moon. You feel me? And kind of find out that's my sister cousin. I had to ask my sister. I'm like, damn. So how the fuck did that shit work? Like, I'm like, how is it? Some of y'all, like, half your damn family bang the hood, and have your family from villain. See, like, shit, when the beef started, shit, half of us went over there, half of us went over there. Like, you feel me? But what's understood don't need to be explained. Like, we good with the villains. Like, man, y'all, it's enough information out there for y'all to know how, you know, all the negative bullshit, and we ain't pushing that, what I'm saying. So that's what Jay Killer doing, and I'm standing behind him. Like, I'm pushing peace with him, my nigga. You already know what's going on. We not gonna give you, we're not finna give you no negative viral moment. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's what interviewers be looking for. They want to go viral off the negative shit. The positive shit seem to always be pushed to the side, but we pushing peace around here, my nigga. I'm my mama. We just two gangster hoods, two solid hoods, pushing peace, my nigga. And it don't take from their gangster, it don't take from our gangster, period.
Because people talk about the negative more than they talk about the positive, you know what I'm saying? But we need more people that's focused on the agenda of overcoming, you know what I'm saying? And what's the resolution to this? You know what I'm saying? How can we overcome this and make everything better? You know what I'm saying? We don't want our mothers scared to walk to the store, our sisters being called bitches about people's driving by in cars and getting chased off. You know, my nephews, you know, can't even go to this school because of whatever reasons that somebody did over some frivolous shit, whether it's pussy, whether it's pure hate, whatever the case it may be. But at the end of the day, dealing with reality, love, I think, outweighs any of that. Jealousy, hatred, envy, you know, all of that shit comes to a person's mind just because. You know what I'm saying? But love don't come to your mind. Caring, respect don't come to your mind just because. You know what I'm saying? People have to earn that type of, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, we pushing peace because we want love, we want respect. You know what I'm saying? Just like the homies from Villain, you know, they want respect and we want respect. So in order for two wrongs to become right, people have to move right both sides have to move right. Both sides have to say we both was wrong in order to come to a conclusion that we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? There's no big I's or little U's when it comes to this big B. You know what I'm saying? We the B team, homie, and we need to come together all the way around. You know what I'm saying? It's just not about us and the villains. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole tribe. And the reason I keep saying tribe is because we grew up in the jungle, in the village. The village is so central. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in this environment, what I'm basically saying is it's all the way around as far as, you know, peace. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have some misunderstandings at some point in time. Us in the village just went a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, some other misunderstandings that we didn't have within the blood community, period. You know what I'm saying? But all of them is our brothers, and it's open arms to all of the homies. You know what I'm saying? And that's my agenda that I'm pushing. You know?
I want to say this. You know, I always been like a curious nigga, and I always like have my own mind. So, you know, I know a lot of people look at the negative content on YouTube about the Pueblo villains, but nigga like me, nigga, I was looking at the villains on YouTube. On my mama, I had seen an interview with Swanee Fly. You feel me? Tuned in. On my mama, I probably know the whole interview from top to bottom. I know he used to fuck with Lonely Man, and you know, he ended up going over there once Lonely Man passed. You feel me? So he from the hood. It's family ties anyway. It's family ties anyway. You feel me? We right across the street. I moved as one, as far especially Bloods. You feel me? Because all the Bloods on the east side, especially the low bottom, you already know the history of Bloods and Crips. You feel what I'm saying? So it needed to be unity. I'm glad it is. Like I said, I've been watching interviews with the Bloodstone villains. Like I'm that type of nigga. Oh, y'all say what? It's supposed to not be cool over there. Let me see what they talk about. Like, cause I don't know how they look. Maybe they, you know. And I like the interviews with Swanee Fly and the other dude. I don't really remember his name, but they did it with Kev Mac videos and shit like that. You feel me? So pretty much all the content on the Bloodstone villains and the Pueblos, I've been watching. I've been curious. You feel me? I've been wondering why, like why with family ties, why we ain't cool yet. You feel what I'm saying? I've been, you know, praying for this day, looking forward to this day. You feel me? Where a nigga get on YouTube and see Pueblos and villains be squashed officially. So shout out S Wiggins TV for even putting that message out there. You feel me? Now what you need to do, you need to go to the Bloodstone villains and interview them. You feel me? As Wiggins, reach out to me, you feel me? Because I've been building relationships with the villains, and I'm sure they'll be down to link up with you and speak more how they feel about it. You feel what I'm saying? Let's start pushing more positive content about the Pueblos and the villains. Because Pueblos on the map, villains on the map. They been on the map, we been on the map. They still on the map, we still on the map. You feel me? And even closer in the future, you feel me? I want to see a vlog with the Pueblos inside of the villain hood, and the villains at Slauson Park or in the Pueblos. I want to see content with. I want to see Jay Killer in an interview with somebody he got ties with from villains, because to my understanding, when you go to jail, fool, you spreading with the niggas you supposed to be beefing with. Y'all eating together. Y'all going to war together. Y'all got each other back. So it's kind of like a contradiction and counterproductive to, all right, we in jail, we in the pen, we love each other, and then hit the streets and then fuck each other. That shit really don't make sense. It never made sense. And that's why it's getting back right. You feel me? We're going to keep this shit right. You feel me? Like I said, S Wiggins, you need to reach out to the Bloodstone villain. If you need help with that, getting an interview set up, I could be very instrumental in getting that together. You feel what I'm saying? They with it. Like we in full communication with the villains, fool, on my mama. And I want to see more positive content surrounding these two hoods. It's enough negative out there. Let's push this peace. Let's push this positive content. And I want to do more songs, more music with niggas from villains. Because like I said, we being Glizzy Most Hated, he banged Fadu's BSV, you know, I'm from Fadu's too. You feel me? I'm from the Pueblos, you know, and we got a Low Bottoms anthem. So, man, make sure y'all go check that out too. I'm going to actually put it at the beginning and the end of this video, you feel me? But listen, we going to keep this shit going.
That I'm pushing, you know what I'm saying? It's open arms for all of the homies, you know what I'm saying, to come together and make something happen, you know, futuristic, historically. Let's make something historically in the future, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when these YNs grow up and be our age, you know what I'm saying, they can have a stronger foundation to stand on.
Was there any other Don Moo hoods that played a part, like, in, you know, putting a bug in y'all ear, like, man, y'all need to go ahead and squash that and bringing y'all to the table? Was there any other blood hoods or big homies that put the bug in y'all ear?
Well, true facts is this. The whole blood community just didn't like, you know, the situation that occurred with us in the village. You know what I'm saying? And it was just righteous love. You know what I'm saying? You got homies that's from all sections. You know what I'm saying? From VNG, from the jungles. You know what I'm saying? From swans, from bounty hunters. Every blood hood that you can imagine or you can think of the name, you know, didn't like us beefing because they knew the history between us. They knew the bond between us. You know what I'm saying? And that bond was a strong bond. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it happened. You know what I'm saying? We overcoming that situation, not just because people input from other blood hoods, because we understand the love that we got for each other, you know what I'm saying, between us, Pueblos and villains. You know what I'm saying? It's a bond, you know, that can't nobody else outside of no other hood even really speak on because, you know, it's between us.
And you know, that's the reason why I wanted to put this interview together, because, you feel me, shout out to the 30 Rules, you know. When S. Wiggins did put that, you know, that title out, I'm like, man, you gotta come to the Pueblos, you feel me, because we fuck with all the Bloods, all the low bottom, nigga, the whole VSOP court. But nigga, the Pueblos and villains need to speak on this. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we gotta speak on this. The Pueblos and villains gotta speak on it. That's how I felt. And so, you know, that's what happened. You hear Pueblo talk about it. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, no Bloods like us beefing with the villains. You feel me? Because you gotta think about it. You know, if you dissing the V, they ain't the only niggas throw up the V. We cool with. We ain't had no problem with the V and G's. We ain't had no problem with the villains, Tower Power Rules. You feel me? And then you gotta think about the hoods that the villains is locked in with. When the villains and the Pueblos started beefing, it kind of ruined relationships with other hoods too, because they so locked in with them, like, you know, and whatever was causing, you know, the conflict to keep going, you feel me, it created separation between us and the 20s, us and the 30 Rules. The 40 Rules, you feel what I'm saying? Even though it was never no beef, it was still like a little division there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was still a lot of division, you feel me? But we never beef. Still to this day, we bull. We run into the 20s. Oh, what's happening, Pueblo? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? My 30 Rule? What's happening? You feel me? My sister grew up in the 30 Rules. You feel what I'm saying? Not grew up there, but she from Pueblo. She grew up in the hood, but. You know, her mama stayed in 30 Rules for a long time, too. So she knew a lot of them niggas, too. Feel what I'm saying? But, man, shout out to J Killer. You already know what's happening, man. You already know where I'm from. And like I said, man, don't let this internet shit confuse you. If you see Pueblos bump heads or me bump heads with any of my homie, nigga, I don't open the door for no other nigga from any other hood to disrespect it. Because at the end of the day, we family, my nigga. That's family ties, nigga. So that's big bro right there. So if I have a conflict and I handle it the wrong way, you feel me? First of all, I'm going to recognize that. Probably not in the moment, but if I'm on some bunk shit, you know, I'm going to let the homie know. Nigga, I was on some bunk shit, nigga, on my mama. You feel me? And J Killer, he a real gangster, you feel what I'm saying? And he a nigga that really got love for me, like I said. So it ain't nothing too deep when y'all see shit on the internet with two Pueblos. Don't think that you see a Pueblo bump head with a Pueblo and we throwing any nigga out to the wolves, because it ain't no happen. We full-fledged behind one of ours. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to the homie. Check out his music and all that. In the meantime, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, man. Not later, but right now. My name is Young Woo, this is on the Block News.
I be on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gag gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gag gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. First nigga outside before sunrise. Old school ways, but I'm still a young guy. A real trooper, I be grinding on the front line. Hungry for the money, I'ma eat like it's lunchtime. Really out here, nigga, let's go band for band. Made a lot of transactions, I'm talking hand to hand. Based on the statistics, I never had a chance. Till I sketched a blueprint and I mapped the plan. First case crash, took me in for crack rock. 54th and Duwarty, that was the crack block. Stood solid, never folded like a laptop. Trying to get to school, getting banged on at the dash stop. Can you give me a pistol is what I asked Pops. Late nights walking through the ops on Ascot. Really repping for the team like a mascot. Doing stupid shit, I could've really got my ass shot. Second charge that I caught was a gun case. Got bail money, I ain't got a fundraise. Still remember being broke with a fun day. Overgrind cause debts can't go unpaid. So I'm serving like way to serve lunch trade. The 2 doors a Challenger, not a Mustang. Chop them down like a barber, it was one phase. Cameras everywhere, we gon' flush it if they come raid. Nigga, I be on the block like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gat gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma trap till I'm rich. I be outside like when crack first hit. If I'm feeling iffy, then my gat gon' spit. I am not a rapper, I don't cap about shit. Dope boy, state of mind, I'ma